let's begin. And I'll begin with a little bit of narration. And the kind of music we want for that is this, I think. It is a time of war in Pleiadian. The Raven Legion from across the sea pour onto the shores in greater numbers every day, laying siege to the elven strongholds of Imanserine, Hulon, Daris, and the jewel in the country's crown, Elisandia. The elven forces and their allies work day and night to keep the invaders at bay, though it seems a matter of time before they, like the already sacked Avarie, will fall. But scores of miles away from the fighting, on the other side of the Dune Edge Lake, the greatest enemy is the same one it has always been: the heat. It is the middle of Suntide, and the sort of heat that makes one wish for death. The dirt road that weaves through this part of the country strains and cracks from the stress. The land is still except for a slight breeze that brings the smallest relief from the burning sun. We see the road winding its way through the pastel landscape, the brilliant blue sky behind. A lizard on a nearby rock at the roadside surveys the scene, its throat pulsing as it scans the ground for food. Its attention is suddenly caught by a cloud of dust on the road, away to its left and drawing closer at speed. The silence is broken as the ground begins to rumble faintly. The lizard watches on, so distracted that it fails to notice the hawk that swoops and snatches it away in a flash. On the road, we see that the rumbling belongs to wooden wheels and horse hooves. A carriage, its driver barely in control as it careens over the uneven ground, struggles to stay on track. The wagon is carrying passengers and is not alone. The horse whinnies with fear, trying simultaneously to run, to obey its master, and to keep its ankles out of the reach of its would-be attackers. A pack of enormous rhinoceros beetles, each over a foot in length, and sprinting furiously to keep pace with their target. This is your transport. The carriage that offered you passage from the Fennec Tavern just after the Lakemouth Bridge, taking you further into this harsh, arid land. The beetles and a pair of raptors circling above appear to be the welcome party. Players, could you roll initiative, please?
Boy, jumping right into it.
We are jumping right into it. I also am going to be rolling initiative for our attackers. I should also mention that the horse is being controlled by an NPC, and you know this person because they've been giving you a ride for the last day or so. This is Scarlet Camisa. Let me just check if I have a token for Scarlet, actually. I think I do. I should have sorted that out before. I surely do. Scarlet Camisa is a salt of the earth type that is your driver through this harsh wasteland. She seems absolutely thrilled. She is having the time of her life. Woo! Whooping as she tries to keep this carriage and this wagon on the road. Now, right, we've got an initiative order. So we've got an 18 from Manfred. Let me get into my initiative. We have got a 10 for Fen and an 8 for Melphamine. You got it. Let me do a little roll. Dusky, you have missed absolutely nothing. They will be coming up very shortly. Fear not. We're going to roll for the Beatles, not the band. That is a 20, and we're going to roll for a pair of raptors flying overhead. Is a 4. And we're going to roll for Scarlet and her horse. 19. Damn. Well, I'm rolling well. So that's good. Let me just get the initiative sorted, and we will commence. But you know what? Let's take the opportunity now and do it. So because I think that will also determine where our starting positions are. And I think one thing to keep in mind is that this this encounter seems like it's already been going on for perhaps a few minutes at least. So let's start with Melpomene. Where do you think you would be and basically the options, I suppose, are inside a carriage, on the roof of a carriage, or perhaps sat at the front next to Scarlet, or hanging off the back, I suppose.
I think that Melpomene would probably be sitting closer to the front, as I do have more experience with traveling, wandering, and kind of knowing where to go. But still, if this carriage has like a shade covering, I think they would be hiding underneath that just to stay away from the sun. But I think that they would be like keeping an eye out on the road. Probably just got their best bev, their little flute out, just playing a little tune to keep things interesting, but keeping eyes on the road.
Okay, well, and I should have perhaps done this first. Can you describe Melpomene for us, please?
Oh, yeah. So Melpomene is a Orcish bard. They are like 6 feet-ish, 6'1". They are a darker green, teeth sticking up, looking a little scary, but definitely a gentle heart. They've got a leather, which seems really strange for being in the sand. But
yeah,
they're wearing like a leather-ish jacket.
You'll regret that.
Yeah, that has got these cool suns and moon patterns all over them. They've got a drum strapped to their back, their best bev, a metal flute strapped to their side, and a bone harp generally strapped to them. They've also got a tome strapped to one leg that you can see them occasionally take notes in.
Nice, very good indeed. So, and we've got Melpomene perhaps sitting up the front with Scarlet by the sounds of it, because I see it as like a full like wooden carriage, you know, with a firm top. So I guess Melpomene's maybe like riding shotgun, basically.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, let's talk to Fen. So Foxy, perhaps firstly let's do a physical description. Tell us who Fen, what Fen looks like, and what their whole deal is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he's a wood elf and a druid.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really settled on a height. I guess like something with 5'4" or something.
Nice.
I'm not really sure how tall wood elves usually are, but just average height, I suppose.
Uh-huh.
He has a big quarterstaff that he's carrying around, and just a backpack, I guess.
Nice.
And,
any other distinctive features of Fen's?
Well, he does have a tail.
A tail?
I guess that is an important thing to point out, yes. That is, it's part of his wild shape thing. So,
and in terms of your positioning, I'll give you an additional option. If you would like, as a druid who can wild shape, if you would like to begin this battle already in wild shape, I'm quite happy to allow you to do that as we are in media res. So do you think you think Fen would be in wild shape? Okay, nice. And in which case you can be now. First question is, what is the shape?
The panther.
The panther. Love it. So Fen we see in panther form. And where do you think you would be? I mean, you can really be kind of anywhere. You've got 4 rhinoceros beetles attacking the positioned currently towards the front of the carriage, and 2 raptors flying above.
I probably would have jumped right out of the carriage, I suppose.
Yeah, I would
Somewhere in
think
the
so.
stand there on the right.
On the right, got it. So we have got Fen in panther wild shape. Stupendous. Finally, last but by no means leastly, let's hear a physical description of Manfred. Who is Manfred?
Manfred is a 31-year-old human ranger. He's about 6'3" tall, and he's got a pretty average build. Nothing special. He's from the town of Jimpbury. He's always sort of being in small, cozy town and stuff like that, living with his adoptive father, working in the ranger shop, which is where he got all his skills from. He carries his trusty longbow and some arrows, and a little scimitar just in case of anything gets hairy.
Got it.
He travels with his pet duck, Sir Feathers, who is the
Sir
classiest
Feathers.
duck in all of the land.
And I actually can put Sir Feathers up on screen briefly. Give me one moment,
Oh, yeah.
just so that we can all see what Sir Feathers
Let's
looks
see that,
like, because I sense he's going to be a fan favourite. Here is Sir Feathers. I've just remembered something that I should be doing for all of you as well. I should be streaming OBS to see if Grig was here. He'd already have yelled at me about this. I'm going to stream OBS into Discord so that you can see me in real time as well, and that will help with the. You can then see what's going on in real time rather than on a delayed reaction. So there is sweet Sir Feathers, a top-hatted duck who accompanies Manfred. How long has Sir Feathers been at Manfred's side?
For about 10 years or so, Manfred was just down at a pond one day, and they found this duck who had quite a badly damaged wing. So he sort of brought him back to the town, and pretty much spent most of his days just helping this duck, getting him back together. And this duck's been with him ever since.
And decked him out in a neckerchief and a hat. Love it.
Yeah, looking stylish, but Manfred's very much a big animal lover. Any animal anyway, he'll try and help or befriend or anything like that.
Nice. Manfred, what do you think Manfred's position is here? Inside the wagon, or perhaps on top of it? Are kind of the 2 options that I see as being available.
I think we'll be on top of it, because I feel like Sir Feathers would like to sort of just, get a look at everywhere, get a bit of wind and stuff like that.
All right, very good. Thank you, players. Well, here we are with a combat to begin things. Let's begin. The running order on the initiative is the Beatles, which I wish I'd thought that through. We're gonna, because there's 4 of them, we will be referring to them as John, Paul, George, and Ringo. Followed by Scarlet and her horse are 1 attack between them. It will then be Manfred, Fen, Melpomene, and finally the 2 raptors circling above. By raptors, I mean large hawk-like birds. So, as you can imagine, your carriage is rumbling on the ground, is uneven, it's bumping all over the place. Let's roll for our beetles, and I'm going to do this... how am I going to do this? I think I'm going to roll 2 pairs of attacks. So the 2 beetles on the right, and then a separate roll for the 2 beetles on the left. Let's give it a go. Now, let me tell you what they are going to be trying to do. They are going to be attacking the horse. So let's roll for the beetles on the right first. That is a biff and a clean miss oops. That is another miss. Beetles getting no joy whatsoever. Scarlet Camisa is controlling the wagon with one hand, holding the reins with one hand, and has got a crossbow in the other. She is having the time of her fucking life. She's She's like, oh, ho, ho! You know you're in the Southwastes now. aims her crossbow at one of the beetles, nipping at the heels unsuccessfully thus far of of her horse. Does somebody want to give this horse a name?
Craig
the horse, thank you. And she is going to do a... I've just rolled 3 6s in a row. Oh God!
Oh no!
Look out! It's Satan.
Does that mean?
Probably not an omen.
The number of the beasts. Absolutely no dice. She tries to shoot. Blam! Fires a crossbow bolt. It whizzes over the head of a rhino beetle and just hits the sand. No good at all. Which means the first, hopefully, proper action of this fight is going to go to Manfred. Manfred, what have you got for us as this carriage rumbles along?
Well, I'm going to get my bow out and I'm going to shoot at these beetles.
Okay, nice. Which one are you aiming at? Just give me a direction on the map here.
Let's go for the top right one.
Top right.
Closest to the horse.
Okay, got it. Yeah, give me an attack roll, please. Don't forget to add, and obviously this goes for all of you, don't forget to add any attack modifiers that you need to do. Your character sheet should confirm what you need to add on to it. So it's usually a d20 plus 2 or 3 or something like that. And that goes for any spells as well. So, in fact, Manfred, I've got yours here. So, longbow, 13. Let me just double check, but I do believe that is a hit. It is a hit. Give me the damage roll, please.
Is that a 8? Which one's that?
Yeah, so it's going to be a 1d8 plus 2. Okay, so so when you go to, that's fine. I mean I can do it. So it's going to be 7 damage. When you go to roll, once you've clicked the D8, just for future reference, you can put your modifiers on the left. So when you when you click the dice, you can then put pluses and minuses on as required. But that's fine. It's going to be 7 damage. Very good. One beetle looking a little worse for wear already. Do you have any bonus actions that you would like to do? I'm going to assume not a great deal in the way of movement on the basis that you're on the top of a carriage.
Yeah. No, I don't think so, no.
Okay. Fen, you are up, my friend. You are running alongside these beetles in panther form. What have you got for me?
Indeed. And I think I'm doing a bite action.
Uh-huh.
I suppose.
And who are you going for? You're obviously kind of next to 2 of them.
One of the beetles. I know who's who there, but
if you want to go for the same one as Manfred, then you can do that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. So
maybe we can take him out immediately.
So then we're using Panthers. You got a bite, so it's a +4 to your attack roll.
Yes, I can do that.
Oh yeah, that's a hit for sure. Give me the damage. So I think it's a 1d6 plus 2 by the looks of it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I see here too.
Good.
Which one is the 1d6? That one. Plus 2.
5. Okay, this beetle at the front is looking very scraggy already. He's looking in bad shape. Any bonus actions for Mr. Panther?
Nothing I can do in panther form, I think. So.
Okay. A great question. Are there any distinguishing marks that carry over onto Fen's panther form?
What do you mean with marks? I mean, I got
just cosmetically. Are there any part? I guess what the question is Panther Fen still recognisably Fen, or just looks pure?
No. He looks essentially like a mountain lion, which is also a panther. So.
Okay, got it. Okay,
But
thank you very much, Fen. Melpomene, you are up in the initiative. What have you got for us, my friend?
Melpomene is gonna pull out their little flute and put out a little whistle that many people might know and sing out, "You can take me hard to go," and cast Firebolt in the face of the one that is, I guess, upper left.
Upper left. Nice. Okay, got it. Give me the attack roll, please.
Okay, so that is +5.
So is this firebolt coming out of the whistle? Like coming out of the end of it?
Like I finished the little toot 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 of hot to go. Chance, you can take me hot to go, and point with the best bev.
Love that.
And the firebolt comes out, and I don't need to customize my dice. I need to roll my dice, please. +5 roll.
Yeah, definitely a hit.
Okay, and what was my damage on that? 1d10. Just 1 point.
No, that's horrible.
Sad day.
That is a sad
1 point.
day.
I just managed to barely light him on fire.
Yeah, a firebolt kind of just singes it as it whizzes past. You see this beetle kind of like, but it's fine. It carries on. Imagine how ridiculous these beetles look, running and keeping up with a horse. Like, fucking. These guys are going. All right. Any bonus action?
Yeah, bonus action. I am gonna tap Scarlet on the shoulder and be like, "I believe in you, girl." And cast Bardic Inspiration.
Hell yeah, Bardic Inspiration for Scarlet. Inspiration. Nice. Awesome. Thank you. Amazing. Okay. Raptors are up. These two large birds circling overhead. I'm only gonna roll one attack, so it's either somebody's gonna get hit twice or not at all. They are gonna target Melpomene.
Oh boy.
So they screech as they roll over as they fly overhead. 13 AC is.
I wish I could tell you, but D&D Beyond just went down on me.
Oh, I've got it here. Your AC is 13, so they do.
Beats it.
They do hit. So I am going to roll their damage. Oh. Yes, no, sorry, I am right. Okay, cool. So it will be... This could be a relatively big hit, considering there's 2 hits here. This is 2 of them. Oh, shit!
Ooh.
16! Woo! That is... I rolled a pair of 9s. That's... brutal.
Crazy.
A pair of 6s. Sorry. That is the maximum damage you could have taken on that from that. Woof. Okay, I need to. Where the hell? I've got too many bloody things open. There it is.
Yeah, D&D Beyond is still down, so I'm gonna pull up that backup PDF that I sent you.
Okay.
Of my sheet.
Okay. Melpomene is needs some help. Okay, we are back to the top of the initiative where our rhinoceros beetles. Once again, I'm going to do 2 attack rolls. I didn't even put their modifier on when I did this the first time, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway because I rolled 6s both times. So the pair of beetles on the right, nat 1, absolutely biff it. Left-hand beetles. 19! Oh, they hit. Okay, so 2 attack rolls coming up. These are both, once again, they are... I've only got one thing in mind. They can really only reach they can't really do melee attacks against anybody except for Fen, of course. But they are snipping at this horse. So here come John and Paul. And we're going to do 2 attack rolls. Okay, cool. So it's going to be... What did I say? Yeah, okay. 13 damage. I have got some tragic news. It's about Craig.
Oh no.
These 2 left beetles coordinate, and very literally a pincer movement. One grabs the front leg, one grabs the back leg, and chomps through.
No. Craig.
This is very bad news. Craig lets out an awful, a blood-curdling noise. Now this is bad for everybody. I am going to need everybody to give me a dexterity saving throw, because what is happening now, Craig has gone down and this wagon is going flying. So if everyone could please give me a dexterity saving throw. I'm going to also be rolling one for Scarlet Camisa. And you're going to need to beat a... oh, wow! Maybe I'll just... Okay. All right. Oh, actually, Fen, you don't need to do one, of course, because you're not on the wagon. Sorry. So you're actually fine. Let's roll for Scarlet. Oof, not good for Scarlet, but absolutely no problem for Melpomene and Manfred, who do... Well, Melpomene, tell me what happens when this wagon goes flying up in the air and kind of crashes into its own horse and flips over. How does Melpomene get out of that?
I think that Melpomene feels like the lever of where they're sitting on the wagon like start to go down, and like plants a hand underneath them and swings themselves out of the way, and tries to just like prep for something coming down.
Nice. Manfred, Manfred stood on top of this wagon. Tell me what he does as this thing flips up into the air.
Well, it's a bit tricky as well, because Sir Feathers is going fucking mental at the minute. Like, he is panicking. So I've kind of got him in one arm, like, under here. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So I put my bow away, I get Sir Feathers in my coat, and I just dive, just trying to protect him.
Yeah. Manfred
as long as Sir Feathers is okay.
Manfred does an incredible forward roll, mid-air roll, rolls through, comes up on his feet in an incredible stance, I think I'm also... So, as for Scarlet, not so good. We're going to have to roll some damage for her, I'm afraid. And it's going to be 8 damage for Scarlet. So... Scarlet is thrown to the side. Now, where's my thingy? Oh, I know what I need to do. This causes absolute chaos. I'm also going to say that the beetle on the front right that was closest, I'm going to say is actually killed by this, because the cart is going to go over it and smush it. Let me just move the tokens around. So this guy is out of here, and you'll now see that the wagon smashes into bits and crashes into a rock on the side of the road. So we have got 3 beetles now, kind of here. We've still got 2 raptors overhead. We've and I'm going to say we've got Manfred kind of dived off to the right and is over here. Oops. Melpomene managed to get clear on the left. Scarlet is over Nyar, looking down with some sadness at poor beloved Craig. and Fen kind of perhaps tucks into the middle here. That is the beetles' turn over and done with, and what a turn it has been for them. We have got Scarlet up in the next in the initiative, and she is furious. She has been all fun and games. She was having the time of her life until very recently, but seeing Craig fall to his death, she wails in a mad rage and just reloads her crossbow and takes aim at this beetle that's at point blank range. Gonna be a hit, and that is gonna do. Actually, one of your things can tell me. We're gonna call it 1d8 plus 2, I think. She deals 6 points of damage to the one nearest to her. Okay, amazing. Next up in the thing is Manfred. Yes, Manfred, go. What you got for me?
So before I attack, I take Sir Feathers out of my coat and prop him back down, and just sort of dapper his top hat back up so he's looking smart.
Oh yeah. That's very important at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah. So then I turn around and I pull my bow out of this fork thing near me, and I give it all my rage. You know, he's going down. So. Sorry, who are we aiming at? This hawk thing next to me.
Oh, the raptor up above you. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Give me the. Let's have that attack roll.
Bear with me. Which modifier do I add to this? Is it the?
So it is on your character sheet. It should say that you get. Do you get any kind of bonus to your attack? 2 seconds. I don't know that you do get any bonus to your. Oh no, it's a +6 you get. So on the on the character sheet on D&D Beyond, you'll see range 150 and then hit +6.
Okay. So I'll add 6.
So you add a 6 onto your attack roll, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, definitely hits. Give me the give me that damage. Uh, 10. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You actually one-shot this raptor. you just like land, tumble.
Craig's death enraged me.
Yeah.
I am out of blood.
Absolutely furious about the death of this horse. So Manfred is thrown from the wagon, somersaults through the air, lands on his feet, adjusts Mr. Feather's hat, pulls out his bow, blam, and sends this raptor flying, and it lands in a heap on the floor next to him. Any bonus action? Or indeed any movement, because you are now on firm ground.
I'll move to the left a bit. I'll go a bit closer, sort of in the middle, next to
Fen?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Nice.
Check is okay.
Where this scene has come to a stop, you actually see that you're not too far away from a little building on the right-hand side of the road, a little further on. And you can see that a couple of people have become interested in what's going on and are walking up, not with any particular urgency, but are walking towards you. They're still a little way off at the moment. Fen, what have you got for me?
That's a good question. I'm just looking at the pounce action I have here. that says if the panther moves at least 20 feet straight toward a creature and then hits it with a claw attack on the same turn, that target must succeed on a DC 12 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. But I'm not really sure how far away, for instance, the beetle right now is.
Okay, yeah, you are... I'll tell you, the one that you could do that, 1, 2, 3, 4...
I don't measure in feet, so it's hard for me.
I'm going to say that the bottom left one is just about within range for you. So each, you can just faintly, hopefully, see the squares on the map, and they're each 5 feet. So I'm going to say that bottom left beetle is within range if you want to do a pounce action.
Pounce. Yeah, I want to do that then.
Okay, cool.
So...
And then hits it with and so then you're doing claw attack. And then if they get knocked prone, you also can do a bite as a bonus action. Love it. Okay.
Exactly. The raptor has to do a DC 12 strength saving throw.
Okay, got it. So Beetle needs to make a saving throw. And they need to beat a 12. Let's see how they get on. They beat it, so they're not knocked prone. However, you still get to make your claw attack at them.
Yeah, of course.
Amazing. Yeah, it's a hit. Give me the damage.
1d4 plus 2.
A 4. Not bad at all. Okay, cool. Very nice. Excellent. Melpomene, you are up next in the initiative. And looking a little worse for wear, if you don't mind me saying.
Yes, indeed. I am gonna... Let's see... I'm gonna Healing Word myself.
That's a good shout, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna Healing Word, which is 2d4 plus 3. So, d4... 2d4 plus 3.
Nice.
So I get back 9 of the 12.
Nice.
That also still leaves me an action.
Yeah,
am
cool.
I within melee range of anybody? Hi, Peter.
You could be very easily the same one that's next to... So you're kind of almost exactly in the middle of the screen at the moment. So you can absolutely move to melee range of any of the beetles, actually.
Cool. Can I flank that one? There we go, yeah. And then... Does flanking get us any particular bonuses?
That's a great question. I haven't previously done... Is it optional? No, I'm going to say not, purely because I've got enough to manage, basically.
That's entirely fair.
I'm keen to not add more rules to combat, basically. But yeah, go ahead.
Cool. I'm going to pull out my quarterstaff and give it a whack.
Okay, cool. Give me an attack roll, please.
Now, plus 3...
Oh, yes. Certainly a hit.
And 1d6 plus 1.
5 damage, yeah? Okay, this beetle's looking very shaky. You see little cracks start to appear in its shell as it winces. So
that's it for me.
Awesome, thank you very much indeed. There's only one raptor flying. Having seen its friend fall, it's going to take an attack at Manfred now. Manfred, your AC is 14. Let's see if it lands a hit. It's gonna be a tough one. Sure doesn't. It swoops. Manfred ducks and it flies overhead, causing not even a scratch. Back to the top of the initiative, we have got our friends, the Beetles. These two are going to rush in on Panther Fen. So I will roll one attack roll. See, they either both hit or neither of them hit. My rolls in combat for these guys have been very poor. Fen, AC is... Panther's AC is 12. Okay, fine. Which is actually the same as Fen's anyway. Awesome. They whiff. There is, of course, one beetle left who is right next to Scarlet Camisa. She is in a blind rage and kind of disoriented and just in a wild fury. Beetle can't take advantage, snaps and misses. The attack rolls for these guys have been so bad. Scarlet is going to fire a crossbow right into the face of this one right next to her, and she's going to use her inspiration as well, I think.
Yeah.
She's got it. Might as well use it, right? So that's plus
1d6.
1d6. Amazing. Oh yeah, didn't really need it, but it's used. That's the important thing. She is gonna blast this beetle for 4 damage. Hits it right between the eyes. Beetle falls dead. So that one over that side is down as well. 2 beetles and 1 raptor remain. We are back round to Manfred.
Yep, so I'm going to aim at this last raptor.
Nice.
And just as I'm aiming at it, I catch a glimpse of Craig the horse in just at the corner of my eye, and I get into a fit of rage again.
Nice.
I'm going to destroy this raptor.
Okay, let's have that attack roll. Oh yeah, the rolls! Holy hell!
I am angry.
Phil and Greg Lissy looking on with envy. 9. It's not quite dead, but it's looking real bad.
Good enough for me.
It screeches in the air as you pierce its wing, and it struggles to stay aloft. Amazing. Any bonus action?
I'm going to dash to Craig the horse.
Dash would be an action. I mean, you can actually just make it. You can just move. You can move towards him. Yeah, you can move there.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
You got it. Awesome. Okay, cool. Amazing. Fen.
Yeah, I'm doing another bite action on one of the beetles. I guess the one that was cracked almost. You said one of them was really...
There is one that is...
I think the one to my left.
Yes. Yeah, the one to the left is the one that is looking worse for wear.
Yeah. Then I'll try to bite him.
Uh-huh. Give me that attack.
Nom nom nom.
13. It hits.
Very nice. And...
Cool. For 5. Fen, tell me about it. What happens to this thing? Describe killing it with a bite.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit messy, I guess.
I should think so.
Biting down on his shell, and it just like ruptures and
crunches like a walnut under a hammer.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Exactly.
That beetle is out of here. Incredible. Thank you very much. Any bonus actions or anything anything else?
I know. No, nothing.
Great. Melpomene, what you got for me?
I think I'm gonna turn around to the other raptor.
Okay, yeah.
And try to do another hot to go.
Okay, firebolt coming up.
Firebolt coming up. Okay. If there we go. D20 plus 5.
$15. It hits.
Okay.
Awesome.
10.
Good work. Give me that damage. It's a 1.
Again?
Which is the exact amount of health that this raptor had left. Tell me what happens.
Perfect.
This time, when the whistle of hot to go goes through, the pulse is just bright enough that when it hits, the bird just pops like popcorn.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. And then just a big cloud of feathers just like fucking boof goes everywhere.
Yep.
Leaving like a perfectly roast chicken that comes down. You know?
Oh, ideal.
Excellent, yeah.
Awesome. Amazing. I think at the sight of this, the remaining beetle is going to turn tail. Now, I will say, even for it to flee, it's gonna provoke an attack of opportunity. It turns to run.
100%.
Fen. Give me, if you want to take an attack of opportunity, Fen. Give me the
Absolutely.
Give me an attack roll.
Which one is that?
So it would just
it's
be
just the same.
Yeah.
Like as if I'm biting it again.
Mm-hmm.
This one.
It hits. Give me a damage roll.
Nice.
4, nice. It's still alive, and unless there is, well, I mean, I'm going to say that he's going to try and dash away here. Is anybody? I suppose the question is, would Scarlet allow this? I think Scarlet might try and still take the shot. Actually, to be fair, she's pretty mad. Let's give her a chance to. Oh, she biffs it. I'll just leave this up to the players. Do you want to chase down and kill this beetle, or are you happy for it to scamper off into the desert?
I think that Melpomene would just look at it and be like, and tell your friends to stay away.
Nice. All right. Well, I think in that case, I think we can say that we are out of initiative and that the day is won. We'll come out of initiative and go over here. Wasn't that exciting? Whew.
Quite the start.
You survey the scene around you. The two people that were walking up to the scene, they kind of got about sort of 60 feet away from things and were just kind of watching and kind of cheering on and didn't really seem to be too concerned about who won. Mostly just wanted to just see some action, really, see some fighting. There, as the fight comes to an end, you see these two figures a little way off, just like laughing and slapping each other on the backs, and they and they turn around and walk off towards this building, off in the relatively close distance now. Scarlet, firstly, how's everybody feeling? Does anyone have any kind of initial reactions as the danger subsides?
I'm currently over Craig the horse, just in tears, just hugging him, and yeah.
Is this because Manfred is, I mean, I get, you haven't known this horse for very long, but is it just that you have an affinity for horses or animals in general, or why does this affect Manfred so?
Because, Craig the horse, he was just so innocent. He didn't deserve this.
He didn't.
He was just doing his job, He's just a nice, friendly horse, and he's had his legs ripped apart by these beetles, and
yes, it's
a horrible demise.
it's a sorry state. How's Melpomene doing?
I think Melpomene's okay. I think that they're a little scratched up, but not anything too serious. With that healing word, we're okay. Kind of brushing myself off and being like, yep, that's kind of what I expected from around here.
Yep, fair enough. Sounds good. What was I gonna say? Fen, how's Fen feeling?
Fen is okay. He's transforming back into his druid form, of course, and just a
Okay,
little
so
worried,
he
maybe.
comes out of wild shape.
Now that we have no horse anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Certainly
you might end up being the horse. So very good. Scarlet kind of stands there, dusts herself down, looks at Craig. She's mad, but she sort of looks up at the three of you and is like, well, welcome, and sort of holds her arms up in kind of resigned shrug.
What a welcome that is.
A second later, the ground beneath Scarlet opens up, and a huge a big sandworm just comes up and swallows her whole, and just disappears below the ground, and just goes.
I liked her.
She go.
Yeah.
You just hear her go.
Normal
Well,
voices.
that was something, wasn't it? Bam.
I think I'm just speechless.
I just
Yeah,
stood there like
definitely.
wide-eyed, just in shock, like, okay.
Yeah. Scarlet and Craig. they were not long for this world, sadly. The three of you are there at the roadside. And let me describe the scene for you a little bit, actually. Maybe I can. Let me just check something here. By the way, that image that is on screen is a photo that I took, so just something to keep in mind. It's the best. It's the best photo I've ever taken. Anyway, the three of you are left at the roadside. Let me describe the scene a little bit. I didn't take this picture, by the way, in case you were wondering. As far as the eye can see, to your west is just open, rocky, desert's edge landscape. You can far off in the distance see dunes and just like these sharp rock formations that look very foreboding. Ahead of you, you're all facing kind of south. That's the direction that this that you were traveling. Away distantly in the south, you still see that still certainly a few miles, if not more, away. You can just make out there's a large city off in the distance. Somewhat closer, but still a couple of miles away, you can see a line of 6 enormous statues that there's almost like a road is branched off to the west, and they line this road after that turning. Away to your east, kind of to your southeast, there is. It looks like there might be a smaller town. You can kind of surmise from your own knowledge of the geography of the region that is likely to be close to the western edge of Dune Edge Lake. The closest thing to you is a building that I mentioned previously. That's perhaps 120 feet or so away now, and it's. You see a sign outside. It's kind of a medium-sized building, and it kind of looks like it's got some of the things you'd expect to have set up for some kind of tavern or roadside inn, which is to say there are troughs there for horses to drink at. There are hitching posts outside. The architecture is like what's the word I'm after here? Like a limestone building, a white building, just a stone building sitting there. And outside there's a pole with a sign on it that reads, "The last shop on the west." That's the scene that greets you. Thoughts?
I think Melpomene would take a second to triple check that isn't a mirage, because I have been tricked by those before.
Give me a perception check.
Great, let's do it. Perception.
First non-combat roll of the campaign.
Four.
A 9. I feel like you aren't sure. You were pretty sure when you saw it for the first time that it was a real place, but now you're maybe second guessing yourself and might need to get closer to judge for yourself. I suppose the only thing to say is you did see 2 people coming from it, but that maybe they were part of the mirage. Who knows?
That's true. That's true. Is Craig still here? Does Craig have like saddlebags that we need to go through?
I think your own personal effects were perhaps flown free of the wagon, and presumably you would want to pick anything up that was of importance to you. You can. He does have a small side bag that you can check if you wish.
Sure. I think I'd go grab my stuff, and then before potentially setting out, I'd want to go check that bag.
Mm-hmm. No roll required. I think it's a dead horse. I don't see any obstacle to you reaching in and investigating. There's nothing really of great interest in there. There's a reserve of crossbow bolts, and it looks like Scarlet's diary is in there, which just appears to be a kind of journal of her journeys. She told you when you joined up with her that she was her job was basically to transport people between a tavern that you kind of stopped past called the Fennec, which was just after the bridge that takes you over the river that feeds into the Dune Edge Lake. And that she would just go between the Fennec and a couple of the towns in the region, including Ketchport, Altak, and of course the kind of de facto capital of the region, Pagona's Rest. But as it turns out, she and Craig have come to rest a little way short of that, at the last shop on the west, or just next to the last shop on the west.
I think that I would take her diary with me, just because it's another story of another person, and I'm collecting those, so
nice.
Tuck that in my bag.
Amazing. Manfred, how's Sir Feathers doing?
Oh, he's great. We've now that everything's calmed down, he's all
okay.
Good. We every time we win a battle, we do a little handshake together.
Okay, cool.
Our secret handshake, yeah.
And what's like when you're walking? What's Sir Feathers do? Does he walk behind you? Does he sit on your shoulder? What's the deal?
Oh, he waddles along most of the time.
Okay.
He likes to get his exercise, yeah.
Got it. Amazing. So, where to?
The shop?
Maybe we check out this
definitely.
place, yeah.
Incredible.
I'm very much alarmed by the fact that we can just be swallowed by the sand here.
Yeah.
Before
we go, though, I'd like to... I give Craig a 10-second salute.
Okay.
Nice. And as I'm doing it, Sir Feathers comes up to me and he raises his wing and he does it as well.
Wah, wah, wah. Beautiful. After that beautiful show of respect for beautiful Craig, the horse, the three of you make your way down And you see that this this building has a. You can see now as you get closer. Firstly, Melpomene, you'll be delighted to hear, is real. As you were walking down, the two people that were watching your fight hop on their horses and ride away south. Before you arrive, and it's this white building with quite a striking blue door at the front. As you open the door, you hear like a shop has like a bell on the door when it opens to let the shopkeeper know that you're there. You kind of hear the bell, and before the bell has even stopped sounding, you hear a and you can see someone in front of you in the shop. And because you would easily be able to tell this even from the back, it is a Loxodon, an elephantine person, and they appear to be extremely startled. They have their back to you. They're extremely startled by the sound of the bell going, and they immediately, quick as a flash, reach into their. They're wearing like a long robe, and they reach into their robe and hold out a purse of coins. They've still got their back to you, and they put their other hand in the air and go. They drop it on a table next to them. This purse, and you can hear that it's a purse of coins as it lands on the table, and they put both hands in the air and go. The coins are right there. Just take them and go.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I think you misunderstand us. We're not here to rob you.
Yes, calm, friend. We're just visiting.
No, of course, not a robbery. Of course not. You're just collecting taxes, aren't you, officer? Doesn't turn around. Just keeps looking forward.
What is it that you sell here?
Are you? You're really not here to take the money?
I'm really not joking.
No,
We're not, no.
we're friends.
We're just happy to be alive right now.
Oh,
You won't believe the past 20 minutes we've been through.
Oh, I've lived here a long time. I probably would. He reaches down and picks up the coin purse and stashes it back in his robe. Looking around, by the way, this room, obviously this guy caught your attention as you came in, but given a second, and perhaps this will answer the question that was asked as well. Looking around this store, it's a souvenir store. It sells a lot of. You can see that it's got postcards and hang on, I think I might have written a list
like
of
pens with people's names on them.
like novelty quills and fridge magnets, even though the invention of the fridge hasn't happened, but they've still got fridge magnets that are all to do with the Southwastes and Pagona's Rest in various shapes. There's a lot of like cuddly toys. And I think Sir Feathers sort of immediately walks over and sees a plushie of a raptor and sort of like starts looking at it, perhaps trying to be romantic towards it. There's and there's a couple of like life-size, huge plushy dragonborn people that you can see there. Like you'd win at a carnival, you know, if you like the big prize that you win at a carnival and then have to carry it around all day, you know.
I start rummaging through the plushie basket to see if there's any horse plushes.
Any horse plushes? Yeah, there's a horse plush in there, yeah.
And I take it up to the counter and I start talking about the legend of Craig the horse, despite the fact that we've only known him about 20 minutes. Wanting to buy this plushie.
Is that? Well, of course, I would be happy for you to take a plushie away. You say you lost a horse?
Yeah, he was amazing. He was maybe the greatest horse of all time.
Horses are
And I put on
marvellous
this-
beasts, yes.
I put on this reenactment of what's happened, like the biggest spectacle ever in front of him. Just bigging up Craig the horse.
Give me a charisma roll, Manfred.
Can I assist with this performance?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, tell you what. What's Fen doing? Is Fen joining in this reenactment, or is he a little more reserved?
I'm right now. I'm just watching.
Just watching. So in that case,
we're going to get Sir Feathers is going to get involved as well. He's going to play a supporting role too.
All right. So let's have Melpomene and Manfred both give me a performance roll with advantage.
Are you ready for the most spectacular performance you've ever seen?
I think we did pretty great.
You did great. But Manfred, you did not. I don't think you did your advantage either, by the way.
Oh, did I not?
But I mean, it probably doesn't make a huge difference. But so just so you know, when you click the D20 or any dice for that matter, right next to the roll button, you've got ADV and DIS, so advantage and disadvantage.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
But I mean, you rolled a 25. Let's not worry too much. So Melpomene, Manfred, and Sir Feathers are like reenacting. Sir Feathers is like performing the role of the raptors. He sort of like puts on a meaner face and starts to like the shopkeeper is absolutely enthralled. Now that he's sort of relatively satisfied that you're not there to rob him, he takes out a pipe, but he uses his trunk to smoke it. So he like holds it at the end of his trunk and is like smoking a pipe while he listens in rapture to this tale of yours. And he goes, "Well, that is certainly one of the many tales I've heard today of a similar peril level, but
hey now."
But
Hey
I will say you told it with a lot more panache than the others. And he looks down at the horse plushie and he's like, "You know what? I want you to have that on me."
I try and hold back tears, and I give him a big hug.
Oh, okay. Can I interest you in some? Would you like some tea at all?
We're parched.
Sir Feathers raises his wing as well.
Mm-hmm. He's like, "Well, please go on up to the terrace, and I'll bring some tea out for you." He gestures to a door, and you can see that it kind of leads outdoors and then up a little flight of stairs, and to what he was presumably a rooftop terrace. So he gestures out that way.
As we're walking up, I speak to Fen and I sort of say, "What did you think of our performance?"
Fen, what did you think of their performance?
It was beautiful, very moving.
Very good.
Fen and Manfred, you've known each other a little while. Fen, is there a feeling does Fen feel that Manfred is like, while he may be a good guy, is perhaps a little flamboyant for Fen's tastes?
No, I don't mind that at all. I mean, I'm from the Feywild.
Of course.
I've known more flamboyant people than that.
Okay, yeah.
I've dealt with them. So, no, I'm very happy that we are together here.
Amazing. The three of you then presumably go up to this rooftop terrace. You see there's just like 4 or 5 tables up there that are sat out. There's a big canopy that kind of stretches out over this terrace to give you some shade. There is one person sitting up there already at one of the tables. They have a long brown robe on, and their hood is pulled up over their head, but you can just make out the tip of a dragonborn's nose coming out from underneath the hood, and indeed you can see their hands as well, and they're just sitting there at a table reading a book and sipping away at some tea of their own. But there's 4 other tables available that you find one. Unless you want to approach your table neighbour.
I think Melpomene would probably sit right down and take a break.
Nice. And perhaps this is just the 3 of you sit down. Obviously, that has been quite a hectic episode you've just been in, and I guess an opportunity to take stock of not just the battle that you just fought, but kind of the where you are. Foxy, you asked me this morning about kind of where things were at. I would say that this is perhaps 3 or 4 days since you. We'll say it's 4 days since since the 3 of you left Gintbury.
Okay.
And so, yeah, how's everybody feeling? What's on everybody's mind?
Just above table, real quick. I do need to use the restroom. So
okay, no worries. We'll take a second. Unless Fen, you can sort of maybe fill us in on how Fen's feeling.
Well, I'm certainly wondering where we are. Actually, would we know the city that we see in the distance? Like,
give me an intelligence check.
Oh, great. 1 second. +3. It's not too bad, actually.
Yeah, I think from perhaps conversation that you had with Scarlet on the journey down, you perhaps know enough to understand that the only city in this region big enough for you to be able to see it from that distance is Pagona's Rest, which is the kind of by far the biggest settlement in this area, and that gives you a bit of information, and kind of, I guess you would estimate that Pagona's Rest is. Let me just double check I actually have a bit of a mileage thing, so I can actually tell you that you are perhaps 10 miles from Pagona's Rest.
Okay.
But it is certainly, there are buildings tall enough that you can still, and the land between where you are and there is flat enough that you can still make out the city distantly.
I see. I'm not too happy to go there by foot with the antworms running around, so that certainly makes me a bit alarmed about the future of a trek.
Yes, could be dangerous. Manfred, how's Manfred feeling? Been feeling since you left home, maybe?
It's all new for him because he's never really ventured that far outside of Gintbury. But I think Fen being with him's kind of eased him a bit. You know, someone local and stuff like that. So that's helped.
Nice.
But no, he's optimistically caught.
Cautiously optimistic?
Yeah, that's the one.
I got you.
Yeah, he's feeling optimistic. That is it's gonna be a good adventure.
Cool.
Yeah, and while we're in this tea room, you know, while Mel and Fen currently sat down, I'm sort of in the background, just going up to all the locals, showing them Craig the horse plush.
There's only one person up there, but yeah, you can absolutely go and show them.
I'll go and sit with them.
So you go and sit at a table where someone is reading a book with a hood up. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
and begin
this
to
horse plush.
and begin to show them this horse plushie.
Yeah.
This Dragonborn. I think, by the way, something that you'd already be aware of, through either general knowledge and also kind of confirmed by people that you've perhaps passed on the road as you've been coming down, that seeing Dragonborn is very common here. You're gonna see many of them. They appear to be the most abundant race in this region. This Dragonborn is reading their book as you begin to push this horse in this cuddly horse in their face. Give me a charisma check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. So charisma. So I've got +4. Would that be...
Yeah. So you click the D20, put your modifier on of +4, and then you click the dis button.
Then roll. I think this is right.
Yeah. A 9, which is not bad really with disadvantage. This Dragonborn looks up at you and just doesn't answer and goes back to reading their book. They just completely poker face you.
I call Sir Feathers over and we put on another mini performance to try and get his attention, reenacting what happened again.
Okay, give me a performance with disadvantage. You need to beat an 18.
Okay. So that's -4 again, yeah.
So you do +4.
Oh no, never mind. I've got it, yeah. Let me just clear that.
Or plus whatever. Performance.
Sorry, that's still getting
so you've
used
got
to it.
you've got a +6 on performance. God damn. But then do it with disadvantage. Yeah. It's a shame because that other one would have got it. This Dragonborn closes their book and looks up at you and says, "May I ask where you are from?"
I am from the small town of Gintbury.
Gintbury. I never hear of Gintbury. Let me ask you something else. In Gintbury, it is normal, it is considered polite. You come, you sit with people, you talk about your toys, you talk about your day, they are reading book, they are turned away from you, they are minding their business. This is normal in Gintbury.
At this point, I sort of slowly back away a bit, and I sort of say, just trying to be friendly.
Please be friendly. Somewhere else.
I just slowly back away then and go and sit with Fen and Mel.
They reopen their book and continue their work. The shopkeeper comes upstairs carrying a beautiful silver platter with 3 really gorgeous ornate cups. They have a really beautiful gold what's the word I'm after? Gold trim on the handle and around the rim, and the shape of the cup is quite sort of weaves in and out in a very interesting manner. And these beautiful blue cups, these gorgeous purple swirl pattern on it. The tea smells absolutely phenomenal. And he brings it up. He's got his trunk a polite distance away from the tea as he continues to smoke his pipe. And he goes, well, there you are, and places a cup down in front of each of you, and says, take your time. No rush here. And if you want to have a look around the shop afterwards, you're of course extremely welcome to do so. He goes to walk over to the Dragonborn and is like, "And will there be anything else for you, sir?" The Dragonborn just looks up and flares its nostrils, and it's like the shopkeeper pulls out a small purse of coins and just drops them on the table. He's like, "Very sorry, didn't mean to," and like walks off hurriedly back downstairs. The Dragonborn looks at this coin purse and picks it up and places it back down, leaves it on the table. What's the conversation like between the three of you as you... firstly, I assume everyone is going to partake of this tea. It's got
absolutely
a beautiful aromatic, like the scent of jasmine or something coming through it as well. Each of you can roll... who took damage in that fight? Was it only Melpomene?
I think so, yeah.
Melpomene, roll a 1d4. You regain some health.
I was wondering how far is the Dragonborn sitting away? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Nice work. You restore 4 points of health. You're practically back to full beans. How far away? They're just at a table, maybe like 15 feet away.
Okay. I was just wondering because we're sort of here because we're looking for a Dragonborn with certain eye characteristics. So I was wondering
give me a perception check.
I could see that from where I'm sitting. What?
Give me a perception check, yeah.
Yes, of course. I'm very perceptive.
That is extremely perceptive. Yeah, you can you can make out that both of this Dragonborn's eyes are yellow.
Okay, good.
It's gone back to reading its book and sipping its tea. What's the conversation like between the three of you now? You're sort of taking stock of this fight that you just had, and I guess the shop and the journey that you're on thus far. Cope, I can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Yes.
Yay! I think that Melpomene would be like mentally going back over the fight and like thinking about how could this have maybe gone better, but isn't necessarily talking about it. Not very helpful, but that's where their brain is at.
Okay, they're being quite analytical about that.
Mm-hmm.
Manfred and Fen, what about the pair of you? Do you have any feelings you wish to share? Go ahead, Manfred.
I sort of talk about how the shopkeeper seems like a nice guy and he makes the most amazing tea.
Yeah, it really is so good.
He is very good.
Great.
Then I talk about this Dragonborn fella that is a bit odd, you know. I tried to talk to him earlier, but he weren't having it.
What is...
I suppose the locals are like this.
Yeah.
It's a much rougher area here than Gentbury.
That it most certainly is. From your position on the rooftop terrace, you can see that occasionally the road isn't... The main road that goes past it, the one that you came along, isn't terribly busy at the moment. But you do see a couple of like interesting things happening. At one point you just see a kobold walking past the shop, carrying a human head, and what appears to be perhaps their child, like running along behind them. So it's like a parent and child kobold just like walk past the shop, and one of them and the parent's carrying a head, and they're just walking off south down the road. At one point you see two people coming up the road that look like they're very good friends, but actually you witness one of them reach into the other's pocket and rob them, and then continue walking alongside them as they walk past the shop. So these are just a couple of the interactions that you see taking place. At some point, some minutes later, the Dragonborn at the table over from you sort of takes a deep breath and sighs and gets to their feet, closes their book, and walks off. The coin purse that the shopkeeper dropped on their table, fearing the worst, they leave where it is. They don't take it with them, but they walk past you, don't acknowledge you. You just see. Everybody, give me a perception check, actually. Or what I will say is, you can give me a perception check, or if you'd like, a religion check, whichever you think will be more advantageous.
Ooh.
Nat 20. Hell yeah.
Oh.
Brilliant. Love it. Melpomene, your studies, incomplete though they may be, you spot as they walk past, in the back of their robe, they have a kind of shadow emblem on the back of their robe that you believe marks them as not just on a nat 20, not just that they are a follower of the sand god Inikos, but that actually they belong to, that they are likely from the town of Altak, a little ways north of here, which is famously a kind of fundamentalist religion town. It's where the fundamentalist followers of Inikos reside.
Could you spell the god's name for me?
Inikos.
Okay, thank you.
So you mark them. They walk past you, and you spot this on their back as they go down as they head downstairs. A few moments later, from the rooftop terrace, you see them walking north and taking that road on foot, which is it's not a small distance to do on foot in this heat as well, I should say. It is. And sorry, they're going west. My apologies, it's west of here. But it's like closer to 15 miles than 10. Put it that way. Perhaps 12 to 13 miles that they have to do on foot.
And the time of day is like they would be walking in the blazing hot middle of day.
Yeah, I think it's like early afternoon. It's like 2 o'clock. So it's a blazing heat. The shopkeeper comes upstairs again and says, "May I ask how you're enjoying the tea?"
Oh, it was excellent.
Delightful, yes.
Would you like another cup?
I should
love
hold
one.
off, but thank you.
All right. He spots that the coin purse that he dropped on the table is still there, and sort of like picks it up and puts it back in his robe once again. He goes, "All right. Well, is this your first time in the Southwastes?"
Yes.
Yes.
Very
Yeah.
much.
Well, I think it's the most wonderful place I've ever been. Of course, it's the only place I've ever been. So, what do you think so far?
I think there is much danger abound, but as long as you are careful and pay attention, so far, so good.
Yes.
I must say, you have a lovely shop here.
Oh, well, that's very kind. Thank you so much. It does get robbed quite a lot, to be honest with you, but I am ever the optimist, and, you know, I really run the shop for the love of it, really. So, if I have to give away quite a lot of gold, you know, it could be worse.
It's a good outlook on life. At least you're not dead.
Yes, I presently have my health, which is good. That hasn't always been the case, of course. And he kind of lifts up his arm. You see there's like a massive scar like down the right his right arm. He's like, the first time I got robbed, I thought I would try and resist, but I haven't done that since. Anyway, well, it's a wonderful place. May I ask where you're heading to?
We are on the lookout for a friend, but mostly headed to Pagona's Rest.
Looking for a friend. Wonderful. Lot of people in Pagona's Rest. He spots your what instruments would be kind of readily visible on Melpomene to somebody externally?
Pretty much all three of them are like strapped to me.
Okay.
So there's the bone harp that is pretty visible. There's the metal sharpened flute, the best bev, and then there's a drum on their back.
Nice. Tell us more about the bone harp.
The bone harp is carved from the skull of a creature of a desert, but not necessarily this desert.
Mm-hmm.
The jaw is kind of fashioned to give the strength that is needed to keep the strings taut. And it looks a little gruesome. But
plays beautifully.
Melpomene very clearly cherishes it. Yeah, it means a lot.
He spots the bone harp and says, "You're some sort of musician, I assume?"
Yes. I am a bard. Currently, mostly self-taught, but hoping to go to grad school. So.
Oh, how wonderful!
We'll see.
Yes, I never got to go and study myself, unfortunately. Being raised out here didn't give many opportunities, but well, that's marvelous. And you, and he looks at Fen and says, "Oh, what about you, my fine fellow? Are you a musician also?"
I'm not. No, I own an apothecary back in Gintberry.
An apothecary. Well, I would, if you have any. I know this isn't really exactly perhaps your forte, but if you have any suggestions for my tea, I'm sure that I always seek to improve if I can.
I don't have at the moment, but I think it's just delightful. I really enjoyed it.
Well, thank you very much. Yes, and all three of you are travelling together, is it?
Yes.
We are for the time being.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. It's good to have friends on the road, if I'm honest. Travelling from here, he looks out from the terrace and sees the Dragonborn that was at the table, still clearly visible. Looks out at them and says, "I suppose it may be different for them, but for most people, tend not to travel on their own in this region. But so yes, probably a wise decision." He had picked up on Sir Feathers, I think, in the shop, but he didn't really have the opportunity to say a formal introduction. He's like, "And who is this splendid fellow?"
Oh, this is Sir Feathers. I tell Sir Feathers to go up to the shopkeeper, and Sir Feathers puts his wing out for like a handshake.
The shopkeeper lowers his trunk, and maybe Sir Feathers walks up the trunk because they stare each other right in the eyes, and he's just got him balanced on the top of his trunk, ho ho ho, wonderful. He goes, "Well, splendid, very good. Well, a pleasure. I'll be down in the shop. You never know when somebody's going to drop by, so do let me know if there's anything I can do for you before you are on your way. How are you planning to? Are you travelling to Pagona's Rest on foot now?"
That's a very good question. Yeah.
We don't have much of a choice.
Yes, we do sometimes get caravans passing through that you may be able to tag along with. Of course, I couldn't tell you when the next one would be due. But I'll give that some thought if you don't mind. He heads back down the stairs towards the shop.
That's a nice fellow.
Yeah, so pleasant. I understand now the mechanism of just dropping the money. I didn't understand before.
Yeah, he does it anytime he thinks he's been robbed.
I didn't get it, and then the scar, I was like, oh.
Yeah. Probably a wise move, yeah, on his part.
What's the plan?
Honestly, probably wait out until the best time to travel to Pagona's Rest.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess your own personal logic would probably tell you that it'll be a damn sight cooler at night. That being said, of course, the night may present its own challenges. When do you think the best time would be?
Probably before dawn. I think that those who might be trying to cause problems would likely do that in the middle of the night. If we try to get up just a couple hours before the sun comes up,
like a kind of 4-5 a.m. sort of time.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I love that. Okay, cool. You suddenly hear a voice from below, and it is the shopkeeper once again, and he says, he goes, excuse me, and he yells, I've just realised I didn't ask any of your names, but the fine bard, there's something I'd love to show you, actually.
I think he meant you.
Is he speaking to us like he's trying to talk to us from downstairs?
Yeah, he's like calling up to you from the shop.
I'm gonna cautiously go investigate.
Okay.
I really want to go with, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, we'll just
okay,
maybe
so
a bit behind, yeah.
The three of you kind of begin, it's not a long flight of stairs or anything. The shopkeeper appears to be in the middle of the room. He's got his hands behind his back. He says, I must apologise, I never did introduce myself. I'm Zelnor. And he asks each of you your names.
I give him Melpomene Beslar.
Melpomene Beslar?
Manfred.
Manfred, yes. And Fen, is it? Yeah. Very good.
Yes.
I'd only really met Sir Feathers, of course. It's the only one whose name I had. Melpomene, I was just thinking to myself, and I thought if you are a student of music, you might wish to be aware of this. And he pulls out what is visibly a musical instrument. And it's looks like maybe a flute, or like but with some kind of like bulb near the bottom and he gives a little toot on it, and it has a kind of reedy sound to it, quite a sort of high reedy sound. And he holds it out and says, "This is an oudele," and says, "Honestly, someone left it here about 2 years ago, and I've had it in lost property ever since. But I'm starting to think they may not be coming back. So, if you wanted to take it with you on your travels and put it towards your education, I would love to hear how you got on."
That is such a kind gift. Thank you. I think that I would take it and start looking it over. I wouldn't try to play it immediately, but I would definitely take a look over and like see the mechanism of how it's played. So reedy instrument.
Yeah.
Wind. That makes sense.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, it looks like a not like a flute that you'd hold sideways, more like a downward sort of
more like a whistle,
like a clarinet, really, kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
A little smaller than a clarinet, and but with this but near the bottom, it kind of juts out, and there's some kind of almost like a little chamber within the music, within the instrument that that you're kind of unsure exactly of the way that it works. So he says I know very little about it, to be honest, but there are people who specialize in this instrument and other instruments of the region that you may be able to find. I'm sure in Pragona's Rest you'll have luck with that.
Yeah, I will definitely, and I don't even finish the sentence. It's just I will definitely, and I'm just mesmerized looking at it. I think that they're way too excited about this new thing, and so you see them reach up, and in their eyebrow they've got an eyebrow piercing that's got a sizable pearl in it. So they reach up and they start to hum and brush this pearl and begin the 10-minute ritual to ritual cast Identify.
Oh, cool.
So,
the Zelnor, the shopkeeper, like, he looks delighted by this. He seems to share your love of like seeing different customs and different things, and that. I think reading between the lines, part of the reason he's set this place up is that he meets a lot of people and seems to enjoy the kind of the richness of life. How do we let's colour the Identify spell. What do you think what form does this take for Melpomene?
This is a ritual song in the ritual form. They don't necessarily use an instrument for this one. This one's more vocal and the component. But they sing a ritual that takes about 10 minutes in Orcish that tells them if it's a magic item and if it requires attunement. Also, if there's any ongoing spells that are affecting the item and what they are.
Cool. So, through the course of this ritual, you learn that firstly there are no spells currently affecting the item. You learn that the udale is an ancient instrument of the region, and is typically played as a kind of lead instrument. And that it has its roots. 2 seconds. This is exciting. I get to consult my continental map. It is an instrument that has its roots in the very, very distant city of Biashara in the distant west across the Sindhi Desert. That's where it originates from, and has remained more or less unchanged for at least 2,500 years.
Very cool.
He says, he looks at Fen and says, "I can't help but feel a little guilty that I've offered a gift to your 2 friends and not to you."
Well, that's perfectly fine, mister.
Oh no, my honour wouldn't let me sleep at night if I didn't offer something, but, I might have just the thing. He turns and walks like... So, the geography of the room when you came in the front door is that at the far end there was a table, and that's where he was stood when you entered, and that's what he dropped the coin purse on. The walls all the way around are stuffed with merch and bric-a-brac, including all the plushies and everything like that. And there's a small over to the back left of the room is where the back door that goes out to the staircase up to the terrace. And there's a small door behind the table as well that you now surmise leads into perhaps some kind of stock room or something. As he goes to, and in fact, it's not even a door. It's like a bead curtain. He goes, "I may have just the thing," and goes towards the bead curtain. As he reaches the bead curtain, the front door flies open. Blam! The bell rings. Woo! He reaches in, gets the coin purse, throws it on the table, and just immediately throws his hands up. The coins are right there. The person coming through the door doesn't even acknowledge this. You see another dragonborn. Certainly not the same one that was upstairs. They're dressed completely differently, have an entirely different demeanor. And they walk in, kind of briefly survey the room. They're decked out in kind of light armor, and are carrying like a satchel, kind of diagonally strapped across them, and the satchel at their side. And they look around the room, kind of briefly take stock, look at each of you, look down at Sir Feathers, look a little bit confused, and they in their left hand they're carrying a bottle of some like a gourd, like a leather gourd, and they take a big swig of whatever's in it. Need to hide. They walk past Manfred and sort of go to push you out the way, which you can oppose that if you wish to do so. If you wish to stand firm, Manfred, it's up to you.
No, I'll just let him come through.
Okay.
I shout out to him like, "What's up? Why are you fighting through?"
They just go, "Shut up!" as they walk past you. You see them, the wall of plushies. They dive into the wall of plushies, and then a few moments later, you just see them kind of scrambling, trying to rearrange the plushies so that they look kind of undisturbed. And then you see their face just like go whoop between two cuddly dragonborn figures, and you just see them sort of like there and just being very still, and go, and they look up at Manfred and go, "You haven't seen me." Zelnor, the shopkeeper, just like looks completely baffled. Once again, he picks up the coin purse and puts it back in his robe.
I just turn to the shopkeeper and say, "What's the deal with this fellow?"
I honestly could not tell you. Pardon me, and looks closely and goes, "Madam, could you perhaps not get quite so involved with my merchandise?" What you now surmise to be female dragonborn looks up and says, just goes, "Shut up." And then they just go back to this like fixed staring straight ahead thing. Everybody give me a perception check, please.
Ready?
We got a 10 from Fen, that rhymes. 18 from Manfred, and a 15 from Melpomene, which also kind of rhymes. Manfred kind of letting the team down there with a non-rhyming number. But on an 18, I think looking out a window on the south side of the building, Manfred, you can see three horses now coming up, walking at a... They're not galloping or anything, but they're walking at a kind of like a canter, like a fast walk. Two of the horses are occupied by riders, and they kind of ride up to the front of. Well, they're riding towards the store.
I sort of swiftly say to the other people, look outside, it was coming in, and then I sort of run over to the plushes, and I just start acting like I'm browsing while blocking the guy or the woman hiding inside.
Okay.
So I'm just sort of covering her up, like just imagine like I'm browsing them.
Okay, nice. Any other Melpomene or Fen? Any actions that you take at this stage?
I think just kind of freezing.
Yeah, I would just go to the shopkeeper and like act natural. Try to have a conversation. I don't know.
That is definitely his specialty. I think, yeah. He goes. He looks really panicked. He's like, "What do I do? What do I say?"
Yeah, I don't know. I think we should just see what happens.
All right. I'll go in the storeroom. He turns around and goes to walk through the bead curtain. As he does, the door flies open again. Bam! Bell rings. Takes out the coin purse, lobs it on the table, and just puts his hands up. The money's right there. There's no need for any trouble at all. Two figures walk in. One is another dragonborn, and the other is a dwarf. And they're dressed in like pretty common like shorts and a tunic with cut off sleeves. They each have a weapon at their hips, and their tunics have the motif of two tongues twisting around one another, like almost like a double helix of tongues twisting around them. And they, I'm just gonna change up the music. Actually, what I will do as well. Would anyone like a little comfort break at this mini cliffhanger?
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
I'll run to the toilet. Yes.
Let's take a few minutes and go and everybody get lovely and well. All right then, let's hop back in. So when we left things a few moments ago, the last shop on the west had been seen somebody quite dramatically run in and dive into a pile of plushies and try and disguise themselves and kind of just quite brusquely, I would say, rudely, in fact, is probably the word I'd use, tell you all to shut the hell up and not do anything. Manfred is on board and has already taken up a position sort of blocking the view of them. Immediately following that, 3 horses, but only 2 riders have arrived, and this dwarf and this dragonborn have entered the store. They both have, as I mentioned, this motif of the 2 tongues on their tunic, and Zelnor has already thrown his hands up and has thrown all his money down on the table once again. He's just frozen and terrified. But obviously, as you know, this is nothing really particular to these 2 individuals, as much as this appears to be his default response to anybody entering the store. The dwarf and the dragonborn step forward into the store, and the dwarf sort of lets out a chuckle and goes, "Well, Crom, what do you make of this, Crom?" And their partner or whatever who's got like golden scales with a sort of purple hue running through it at various places. Says, "Not sure yet. Let's It looks around and says, "We're looking for someone. Wondering if you'd seen anybody go past."
May I inquire what kind of person?
You may. We're looking for a dragonborn, like me. I know there's quite a few in this region, but it would have only been within the last few minutes.
No, the only dragonborn we saw departed, an hour ago? Kind of turned to look at the group and, like, try to communicate with my eyebrows of, like...
I can confirm this, yes.
An hour ago. Going which way?
We were upstairs, did not see the direction he left, just that he left.
And it was a he?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The Zelnor has still got his hands up and his back to the room. They're like, "Are you the proprietor?" And he nervously sort of turns around with his hands up still. "Yes, that's me. Welcome to the last shop on the west. Put your hands down, will you? What on earth are you doing?" He just sort of like nervously puts his hands down. And he just goes, "The money's all there. You can count it yourself." The dwarf walks across the room slowly towards Zelnor and picks up the coin purse and puts it in their kind of pack. "Hey, that's more like it." The Dragonborn, still kind of near the front door, calls across to Zelnor and says, "No chance that someone could have, unbeknownst to you, of course, managed to get into the shop and be..." And they kind of walk over to where there's a little cupboard, like a wardrobe at the wall. "No way they could," dramatically opening the door, "be hiding somewhere." The wardrobe's just completely empty. Nobody would blame you for that, of course, if someone snuck in without any of your knowledge. But if any of you knew of anything like that, maybe heard something.
I don't think it could have passed without us noticing. We were browsing it for a couple of minutes already.
Give me.
I think that Melpomene would like try to agree with this and specifically make a turn to go look at the fridge magnets, just because they know that that's not where anything important is.
Yeah.
Just to take the heat like onto them, and like, I'm not doing anything weird, but I'm gonna make a movement.
Cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
While everyone was talking, I picked up Sir Feathers and I placed him in the plush pile to cover up the Dragonborn's face, so they are entirely like covered now by everything. So Sir Feathers is going to be extremely still in the plush pile to just cover up the last bit.
Love it. Fen, give me a deception check. But we'll call it a low. We'll call it a low DC.
Okay.
Of an 8 to beat.
Well, fuck me.
The dice made a decision.
Definitely did. Not a good liar.
Oh no.
The Dragonborn looks at his dwarf friend in the middle of the room. He's like, "You buying this Falstaff?" "I'm not sure I am, Kron." Mostly because
Listen, I've never been in these parts. I'm pretty nervous right now, just because I have no idea what you want from me.
this dwarf puts a hand, like reaches up and puts a hand on your shoulder. He's like, "It's best if you talk a little less, if I'm honest with you."
Fair enough.
He goes, "Mostly, I'm not convinced. On the basis that I'm pretty sure I saw them coming here. So, look, I've just come into a bit of money myself." Pulls out the coin purse that he just stole from Zelnor. He's like, "I'm thinking, if somebody wants to volunteer some information, I don't know, maybe this could be in somebody else's hands instead of mine."
I'm
I
just gonna
just
keep
sort of
looking at
just
fridge magnets.
Ignore and just continue browsing the plushes, yeah.
I've been advised not to say anything else, so.
They begin to pace around the room slowly, kind of just like looking. I think I might do an investigation roll for the pair of them. So here's what I'm going to say. They're going to roll with disadvantage on the basis that Manfred is doing, and Sir Feathers are doing a great job of actually actively concealing this person. So they're going to roll with disadvantage, but if they beat a 14 with disadvantage, that will be a very different course of events.
If I would like to prepare to use cutting words if they succeed.
Okay. So, a disadvantage roll, 14 to beat.
Okay.
They fail. They do kind of poke and prod at the plushies a little bit, but they don't specifically try to move Manfred out the way. They open up. Go ahead.
I take out the horse plush and I start going on about Craig the horse to try and distract him and make him forget about the current situation.
Okay, nice. I can tell you now above the table, this would make me a lot more suspicious, but hey, we'll see how it lands with them. Manfred, give me a performance check. I'm going to say if you get below an 8, which you haven't. I was going to say if you get below an 8, then the heat is going to be turned up again. On a 10, you just get basically the same confused look that you got from the Dragonborn upstairs. They just kind of ignore you. The dwarf, who you gather by now is named Falstaff, pulls the bead curtain aside and looks in this little storage cupboard. Looks at Zelnor. "And you won't mind if we take a quick look at your upstairs terrace as well, no?" "By all means, do as you will." Zelnor reaches into his robe as a force of habit to pull out a coin purse to throw on the table. It's not in there, so he just pulls out his pipe and just throws that on the table instead. There. Oh yes, of course. Yes, you've already got it, haven't you? Falstaff the dwarf goes out the back and upstairs, and while this is happening, Crom, the dragonborn downstairs, just in turn looks at each of you and just holds your gaze for a few seconds. After a time, Falstaff returns, looks at Crom and just sort of like shakes his head a little bit. Right, well. Should you see a dragonborn wearing armor and carrying, well, they're a courier of sorts. Perhaps you could let one of my friends in Pagona's Rest know. If you speak to anybody in... sorry, I need to double check which area of Pagona's Rest it is. He says, speak to one of my friends wearing something like this in Tricorner in Pagona's Rest. And just let them know that you've seen them. They'll be very grateful.
True enough.
Will do.
What was your name again?
Falstaff. And this is Crom. And the lot of yous, you're lucky. Come on, Crom. As they go to walk out the door, Crom turns back and says, if you do see them, do be careful. Points outside to the horses and to the 3 horses and says, already killed a mate of ours, so just watch yourselves. Hate for anything to happen to you.
You already
We
know.
appreciate the warning.
Yeah. They turn and go out the door, and the door closes behind them, and you watch as they mount their steeds, and they kind of like take a second, look around the landscape, any signs of life on the horizon, and then turn away and ride off south, back the way they came.
I pull Sir Feathers out from the plush pile and sort of let him know that the coast is clear now.
You just see this face pointing out from between these cuddly toys. It's like, and they go, tell me when they're over a mile away. Go out and check. Go out and look. Now. Go. Now.
I just poke my head through the door and just keep an eye on them, and when they are quite far away, I let them know it's safe.
I think I would lean over and be like, well, if you're going to be annoying like that, you're not incentivizing us.
They throw off all they just burst out of the cuddly toys and send them flying everywhere, and immediately draw a dagger. What was it you said you wanted to do? You wanted to ready cutting words, was it?
Yeah, although that was more.
That was for the that was for the guards, right? They pull a dagger out and don't hold it against your neck, but they hold it at the same height as your neck and say, "What about this? Does this incentivize you?"
I think that in that same motion that Melpomene would pull out the best bev, which is very much sharpened to a point, and would have it ready to go into a significant artery, maybe not like around the neck, but like either armpits or knees, like ready to be like, I'm gonna make you bleed out too. So, just trying to match the energy.
Yeah, love it. We've got like a little bit of a standoff. At the at the sight of these two weapons being drawn, Zelnor reaches into his robe and just pulls out like what else would they have in their robe pockets? Pulls out like a handful of biscuits and just throws them down on the table and just like which so Feathers immediately flies up and begins like pecking away at the biscuits. So there's this a standoff situation, and how do you? What do you think the next move is? I'm sort of tempted to just hold on this and see who acts first.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that Melpomene's next move would be to just breathe, like maintain eye contact, but just very clearly show that I'm settling in to wait them out.
Fen, how are you feeling about all this? You've got two people with weapons drawn, a very agitated shopkeeper, a duck eating some biscuits. How are you?
Certainly having my hand on my quarterstaff, like quite tense. But I would also like to talk to them. Like, sorry, ma'am, but we would just try to help you. I don't think this is necessary. And I'm sure you don't want to take out one of all of us.
Give me persuasion with advantage, please.
Okay. Oh.
Lovely. She looks at the three of you and slowly puts their dagger and sheathes it. And on a nat 20, she sort of puts her hands up. It's like, sorry. I'm a little.
Okay.
I'm just a bit on edge, as you can imagine.
I can imagine.
Thank you. That would have been really bad if he'd not been here.
Figured no more needless death today.
Absolutely.
You're in the wrong part of the country if that's your aim.
Well, we found that out already.
Mm-hmm.
Needless death is kind of just
The motto?
just what's going on. Yeah.
Yes.
She kind of goes to the window and peers out, goes to the door and kind of sticks her head out and doesn't, like, just very nervously looking out. The two people that come in are off in the distance now.
Are you carrying something that they want? Obviously you killed someone that they cared about, but are you carrying something, or do they just want you dead?
The less you know about it, the better.
I was about to say, you don't have to answer, so there we go. That's my answer.
You've put two and two together already, but I shouldn't talk about it at all. You've already helped me a lot. I can't stick around. She goes, look, where are you heading?
Pagona's Rest.
She reaches into her satchel, pulls out a large blue coin, and she sort of like pushes it around in her fingers like this. She shows you, and both sides of this blue coin have a crescent moon imprinted into it. She says, I need to check which bloody region it is again, sorry. She says, when you arrive in Pagona's Rest, take this, ask to speak to Midnight Blue, and show them that you have this. I guarantee you it's going to help you out a lot. When you come into Pagona's Rest, you'll be in the Dead Straits already. Stay in that region, speak to Midnight Blue.
In the Dead Straits? Is that what you said?
Yes, indeed.
What a cool name.
It's one after Dire Straits. Yeah, she says, if you should pass those two again, do I need to say, stick with the story, you never saw me?
Indeed.
She goes, how are you getting to Pagona's Rest? On foot?
Yeah, well, now, yes. We were via horse, but had our own experience with the death and trolls that comes with this region.
Alright, well, honestly, from here south to Pagona's Rest is probably a little safer than the road north of here.
Okay.
But just have your wits about you.
Do you recommend a time of day we leave?
Oh yeah. Around here, as much as possible, travel when it's light. There are dark things around here at night.
Travel only in the sun's embrace. Got it. Thank you.
Such as it is. Alright. I cannot wait any longer. She checks her satchel. Right. Heads out the door and takes a left, travelling north, the road that you came in on. Well, it is kind of the late afternoon now. What do you do you think the plan is to try and make it? What I would say is, you wouldn't make it to Pagona's Rest before nightfall on foot, and I think you can tell that just from the distance that you can see. You would be pretty close by the time it got fully dark, but perhaps not all the way there. Or, of course, Zelnor may be able to give you more information, I suppose.
We can ask, but I am not opposed to staying another day or several hours to wait out the evening.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think I'll. During that entire conversation, I've been sat at the table with Sir Feathers eating the biscuits. So I'm a bit full up at the minute to sort of travel. So I think waiting for a bit would be handy.
Nice. Zelnor has picked up what remains of his biscuits, picked up his pipe. Obviously, he has now been robbed at the fourth attempt. The fourth attempt of him robbing himself, basically. He has been robbed. He says, yes, Well, you're certainly welcome to stay here until the morning. We're not really an inn. I don't have much in the way of bedding for you, but wait a moment. I've got just the thing. So it is that he disappears into the storeroom and comes back out with an enormous hamper of the whatever it is that he uses for stuffing for the plushies. And he goes, I could make 3 soft-ish mattresses out of this if you would like.
Sure, if you have the
Sounds
time.
good.
Oh, won't take but a moment. You've certainly helped me out a little today. After all, almost saved me from from getting robbed. But wasn't to be. But tomorrow we'll try again.
So, before he does it, because we're already going to be killing a day, I'm going to cast Enhance Ability.
Okay.
Just to give him a little speed boost on whatever check you would need for him to make these. We're going to make him better.
I love it. With that, fuck knows what check that would even be. A Tinker's Tools or something, probably. He actually sets you up on the rooftop terrace. He kind of clears the tables and chairs to the side, and you see that he has a kind of these like protective shutters that he pulls down around the side of the canopy as night begins to draw in. And he makes up these 3 makeshift mattresses of all this plushy stuffing. Is this going to be the most comfortable night's sleep you've ever had in your life? I highly doubt it. As the evening goes on, before you turn in for the night, he sits with you maybe he kind of keeps one table out, and after he's closed up the shop for the day, sits with the 3 of you. Before you do turn in, is there anything you wanted to ask him, say to him, offer words of encouragement to stop him getting robbed so much, anything like that?
Sure. So, because we're here and long rest is upcoming, I've got locate object. Has he lost anything that he really would like back?
Besides the purse of coins, you mean?
Oh, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. You really should keep one that's just got a small amount of money in it, so you're not throwing away all of your money.
Oh, I do. That's not everything. I'm actually rather well off, to be honest with you.
Okay, good. Well,
Okay.
yes, no. Other than that, if there's anything you've been missing, I'm quite good at finding things.
Give me a second on that one, actually. He says, well, actually, I was experimenting with a new type of tea, but a few days ago, and the leaves, I appear to have mislaid those.
Okay, we can try this. So I'm gonna wait, hang on, do I have a spellbook written for this? No. I think in this case I would pull out the drum and be just doing a specific, like, a specific rhythm to maintain that helps me locate whatever it is.
The only query I have is that locate object suggests that you need to have seen this thing up close once.
Okay, that's fair. So, alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind. So I'm going to be looking for these tea leaves that he is looking for.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no problem. Amazing. Yeah, you so you cast locate object, and you become aware that it's actually coming from within the shop. How precise does this? You know the direction of it, so essentially you could use it as a wayfinder, right?
Yes. The only thing that blocks me is if any thickness of lead blocks a direct path between me and the object.
No lead. Stone and whatever else, but nothing lead based. So you follow this, and you actually see that it's directing you to behind some of the plushies, not too far away from where the courier was hiding earlier.
I'll start digging through the plushies.
And sure enough, you find a little, like a sealed pouch made out of a palm leaf. It's kind of folded in. And inside it, you find these this interesting kind of black leaves that are folded up within this pouch. While you're rifling through, you spot something else. On the floor there's a letter.
Oh.
You see a sealed envelope. And as you look at it, this sealed envelope has a wax seal, and it's blue wax with a crescent moon emblem, the exact same one that was on the blue coin. Who took custody of that coin, by the way? Who's actually physically holding that?
I think I did, unless.
Oh, really?
Either way.
Yeah. So yeah, the same logo is on this wax seal. But there's no name written on the front or anything like that.
I think after using the locate object, I'm gonna pick it up with Mage Hand because I don't trust anything right now.
Love it. It picks up the letter. There doesn't appear to be any reaction to doing so.
Okay. I'm gonna be really tempted to open it, but not, and I'm gonna turn to the group and be like, "So I found this."
Zelnor immediately is like, "Oh, you found my tea! Marvelous! Thank you so much." He takes the tea from you and turns to Fen and says, "To be honest with you, I was hoping that I'd find it in the store. That's what I was going to try and look for again in the storeroom, because I was intending to give this to you anyway. So take this with you on the road. I'm not really sure exactly what it does just yet, so perhaps you could find out for me and let me know."
Possibly, yeah. I appreciate it. Thank you.
He gives you the pouch of tea, and then sees the letter in Melpomine's hand. Is like, "What's this?"
Found this as well. Do you recognize the logo?
He sort of takes the letter, turns it over, looks at the wax seal, and you know what? I'm gonna roll a history check for Zelnor. 15. Yeah. He it's the first time he doesn't react with panic, which is perhaps the most surprising thing. He calmly looks at it and sort of nods solemnly and says, "I do. I believe this is the emblem of a rather powerful person in the city. a tabaxi, but I forget their name.
Okay. Great. Maybe we can deliver this letter.
Very good then. He hands it back to you. Is there anything else that any of you want to speak to Zelnor about before turning in for the night?
Not for me, though I myself will again dip out. I'll be right back for just a second.
No worries. Fen, is there anything crossing your mind? Are you examining the tea?
I haven't yet, but I was just thinking, I mean, we're still looking technically in this area for a Dragonborn, and I just would like to ask Zelnor about him, I guess. If he maybe has seen someone with those special characteristic eyes that we're looking for.
Tell me exactly what it is you ask him, because that may affect his answer.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'd say, I think, we're looking for a friend of ours, actually. That's why we're coming or going to Pagona's Rest, and I was wondering if maybe he passed your shop on the way. He's a Dragonborn with a green and a purple eye, so it would be something that certainly sticks out.
A green eye and a purple eye. And they would have come through recently, you say?
Possibly, yeah.
I feel I have seen someone with those features, but not too recently. I mean, what are we talking? Days or weeks or months?
That's a good question, Martin.
Well,
how long have we?
It's been 4 days since you set off. So if that person did come past this way and came through ahead of you, it would have probably been within the last 2 days.
Okay. Yeah, then it would have been in the last 2 days, I reckon.
No. Perhaps. I think I have seen someone like that. Very surly person. Very.
Okay.
But not for a couple of weeks. They stopped in briefly and didn't even want to try my tea. They robbed me and then...
Naturally.
And then rode north.
Okay.
Well, I hope you find your friend.
Yes, thank you. I hope so too.
He looks out, kind of like pulls one of the shutters to the side slightly and looks out and says, "Well, the night has come. I will turn in unless there's anything else I can do for any of you."
No, thank you for your hospitality.
Oh, I delight in the company of others. It's really my pleasure, even the ones that, well, you know. And he
not so savory. Yes.
And he walks downstairs and heads indoors to where presumably he has his own. You kind of see that the building has an extension that would suit for a small lodging as well. Is there anything else that the three of you want to talk about with each other before bedding down? You've obviously come into possession of a couple of new objects. A coin, a letter, some tea, a new instrument.
A new instrument. I think that I would spend probably an hour trying to do something new with the instrument. Not quite a tuning, because you said it's not a magical object, but same idea of like figuring it out.
Give me a performance check with disadvantage.
Yes. Perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. For real though, like bards do have to figure out an instrument, right?
Hey, we none of us are amazing the first time we pick them up.
Okay, so Performance with disadvantage, +7 disadvantage.
That's with disadvantage?
Yes.
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
I feel like
17 and an 18.
a 24 on with disadvantage.
Amazing.
Fucking hell. You pick up the Oodalay, and I guess Fen and Manfred are probably bracing themselves for this to be pretty awful. So Feathers grabs, uses his wings and picks up 2 little pieces of the stuffing being used for a mattress and like crams them where his ears would be in preparation for this. And the first couple of notes are a little ropey, but actually you find that it's surprisingly similar to your, what is it called?
Bespev.
The Bespev. You find it's surprisingly similar to the Bespev. It's got different scales and like different notes, like configurations and stuff like that. But actually, within a surprisingly small amount of time, you find yourself able to play the basic melody of one of your favourite folk tunes from back home. What's the name of that song again?
Blood of the Lamb.
Blood of the Lamb. You're able to play Blood of the Lamb. A very merry tune. Blood of the Lamb, all about sheep being slaughtered. So that's a delightful tune that you find that you can play that melody reasonably easily. You just distantly from out of a window, you hear Zelnor's voice go, "Very good, very very good indeed. But could you possibly keep the noise down?"
That's fair. That's fair.
That's incredible. 24 on disadvantage. My God. Superb. Amazing. Fen, what do you make of this tea? Any thoughts on that?
I was just thinking, with my herbalism kit, I should be able to identify the plant. I think.
Give me a nature check, I guess, or.
It says DC 10 here. I don't know what that means. It's not difficulty class, but...
what's that?
Yes.
The herbalism kit?
Yeah.
It
just says to utilize, identify a plant, DC 10.
Oh, yeah, cool. Beat a 10.
So that's a D20 then, right?
Yeah.
With no anything.
What I'll say is... if you have proficiency with a tool, I think maybe I do still want a nature check, to be honest, because what the herbalism kit is used to craft potions, basically. So I think it's not out of the question that you could use it to do that with this tea, but you probably need to know more about it first. Although then again, what did you say? Utilize, identify a plant, DC 10. Okay, so actually, it's an ability, and you can utilize or use it to craft. Okay, yeah, just roll a d20 and beat a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it twice. Sorry.
That's all right. They were both very good. I think you probably don't really find out anything that we weren't already told in a way. You can identify that, you can smell that it's a form of, that they are tea leaves. The leaves are black and have a distinctive, almost like a burnt smell to them, which isn't unpleasant, but it's just kind of a strange mustiness to it. Certainly not as outwardly appealing as the jasmine scented tea that you had earlier. I don't think you've actually encountered this plant before, so I think you would need to do something to discover its properties and discover what effects it has. You would probably need to ingest it and perhaps brew it, etc., to find out more. But you know that it is a tea leaf, which you were kind of already aware of anyway.
Sure, yeah. I see.
Manfred, is there anything that you would do ahead of bedding down for the night?
Well, I've just sort of been sat there sort of trying to process today's events, because it has been a roller coaster to say the least, you know, from Craig the horse dying to our godlike performance to hiding the person in the plushes to eating those delicious biscuits. It has been all over the place. So yeah, I've just kind of been sat there just processing things, but I think Manfred's ready to sort of tuck in for the night and prepare for what may come tomorrow.
Quack quack. Amazing. Okay, cool. You bed down for the night. You're long rested, Melpomene. You get those points back, and any spell slots that any of you expended are restored. The night passes without incident. You hear. Actually, everybody, give me a perception check. Let's see how much you do hear.
Active perception, or are we doing passive? I guess we've already rolled, so.
Yeah, let's roll it. Why not?
Fort. Nice.
Nice rolls.
Mine not so much.
Because Zelnor pulled down these shutters, you don't really see anything, but the sounds that you hear, you hear a lot of unusual bird noises, like screeching. Far off away, you hear occasional like rumbles. At one point, you hear the cry of somebody, just like how? Ah! But that aside, the night passes uneventfully. What time were you wanting to wake up, Melpomene? You had designs on hitting the road pretty early, right?
I think that I want us to be moving once the sun is up, so awake and getting our stuff together just before dawn.
Nice. The sunrise is you can already just see the soft glow of the coming daylight beyond the horizon, and the silhouettes of the craggy rocks and the dunes off in the distance. When Zelnor comes upstairs carrying a tray of tea, and carrying some unusual kind of pastries for the three of you, and he sort of pops his head up to see if everybody's awake. He's like, Good morning. I thought you might enjoy a small morsel before being on your way. I'm sorry I can't spare any more.
It's perfect, and it's very much appreciated.
As he comes in, I think Melpomene has got their harp out, and just above table, real quick to clarify, the name of the shop was Last Shop of the West, right?
Yeah, on the west, yeah.
On the west, okay. Melpomene is going to look up and be like, hey, do you know any rhymes for Last Shop of the West? I'm trying to write a song about how great your place is.
I mean, I'm not much of a songwriter, but I suppose you could. He kind of starts like looking at his feet a bit sheepishly. He's like,
Yeah.
I suppose you could say, don't
worry. I'll figure it out. But I just wanted you to know.
I had an idea that was maybe the last shop is the best.
Oh, there we go.
This shop is the best, maybe? I don't...
There we go. Last shop in the west. This shop is the best. I mean, it just writes itself.
I love it.
You could say it's better than all the rest.
Ooh, even better.
I had no idea I was surrounded by such talented people. Just the most basic lyrics. Wow! Oh dear. He says, yes, well, I will be opening the shop soon, so if if there's anything else you need, then do just let me know. And he, were you at the point where you were already singing this tune, Melpomene?
I think that I have come up with the tune. I think that the lyrics and the rhyme is what is escaping me. So I am playing, but the singing is not there yet.
He walks off whistling the tune that you sort of playing on the harp. And,
yeah.
You've
written him a jingle.
As he walks downstairs. You made this guy's fucking day, honestly. Great. Is there anything else that you want to do before you hit the road? It's dawn is approaching.
Before we head off, I get Sir Feathers and I carefully pluck one of his beautiful red feathers from his tail, and I give it to the shopkeeper as a little token to remember us by his 4 new friends, and I give him a big hug before we go. He
is thrilled. He takes the feather and he's wearing like a head covering, I guess, that to keep the top of his head out of the direct sun, and it's got like a headband that wraps around it. He tucks the feather into the headband. He looks down at Sir Feathers and extends his hand for a handshake and shakes Sir Feathers' wing. He's like, and I will remember you forever, my friend. If you are passing through, then do be sure to stop by and say hello again, won't you?
Yeah, it's not much, but I hope whenever you see the feather, you remember the 4 of us and the amazing day we had together.
I certainly will. The day I only got robbed once. Incredible. He turns to Melpomene and says, I shall be wanting to hear how you're coming along with the Oodalay, although on the basis of last night's evidence, you may already be an expert.
Not an expert, but I sure will come back and give you a concert the next time I'm here.
I will await that eagerly. Farewell, friends.
Off we go.
Great. On foot. This is going to be a long walk. You set out heading south. The sun crests over the horizon away to your east. The city of Pagona's Rest is pretty well a full day's walk. Like you if you walked non-stop, you'd get there at like 5 p.m. now. The one thing that you may wish to consider, and you can see away because it's not too far away, a couple of hours away is the harbour town of Ketchport, which you can see, and you would reach that in perhaps like 3 hours, 2 to 3, maybe 2.5 hours. So it's up to you. I will leave this decision up to you as to whether you want to make directly for Pagona's Rest or whether you wish to stop by in Ketchport en route.
Does the group have any thoughts?
I don't know.
Okay, I think that Melpomene is interested in getting where they want to go, but is also wanting to keep an ear out for local music and local stories. So if there's anything interesting that we pass by, I would want to stop, but otherwise, let's get where we're going.
All right.
I think
So-
we can make a little stop, check it out.
Okay, so we'll make our way, and if there's any reason to stop in at Ketchport, maybe we will. But the plan will generally be to make for Pagona's Rest as soon as possible. The three of you set out on foot. The coolness of the desert night is already beginning to give way to a rapidly rising warmth as you set out on the road. You are now in the heart of the Southwastes, really, and your journey across the arid lands towards Pagona's Rest is going to continue. But it will continue the next time we convene, because that is where we will leave things for